All right, everybody, this is going to be a short and sweet video, but it's so delicious. You'll love it. Now, y'all know I'm from Louisiana, or most of you do, and if you don't, now you do. I grew up in Louisiana, and I grew up eating blackened fish. Love it, from a cast iron pan. But sometimes I'm doing other things, but I still want that flavor. So I've gotten to where I blacken mine in the oven. So to start off, I've got my oven set to 400. Now you can use any kind of fish you want, but you want to be sure it's going to be one enhanced by using the blackening process, okay? All right, I'm using tilapia. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I've just got these tilapia fillets, and I'll probably just come along and get a paper towel. I have patted these once, but they had been frozen, even though I thawed them in a bowl of cold water. Okay, so, well, first of all, let me show you. I am going to spray my full with Pam. You can use Pam. You know, I have an oil mister just like everybody else does, but Pam's just easier and quick. All right, so I did that, and like I said, I had patted these dry. They might not be 1000% dry, and if they're not, I'm just going to come along and do the surface. Now, real quick, I am going to show you. I meant to show you here. I don't want to touch that bottle because I have fish on my hands now. But I have just a little bit of olive oil. I've got half a stick of melted butter, and I'm going to put, about a good tablespoon in here. I'm going to just mix it up together. Should have showed you that first. All right. As soon as I finish getting these laid out, I'll bring you back. I imagine I'm probably going to have to, these are wider than usual sometimes, or if I'm doing cod or something like that, I'll probably have to use a separate cookie sheet. That's okay, I'll bring you back. Okay, now as it worked out tonight, I had 9. It goes by weight. Sometimes there's 10 or whatever. Sometimes they're skinnier, sometimes they're fat, sometimes they're thick, sometimes they're thin. Depends on what brand and where you get them. What I want to mention to you is, this is a little tidbit, okay? What I do is, on the tilapia in particular, but any thicker fish, if it's uneven like this, on tilapia, you know, you usually have this thin side, and then you have this thicker side. As a tidbit, I'm telling you, but always put your thicker side out. Put your thicker side to the outer part of the sheet, all right? Now, next step. I'm done with the fish. Let me take my gloves off real quick. Apologize for that. I'll give this one more little stir. Now, I use my Cajun seasoning for this. I'll put a link right here somewhere, up in the upper right corner, as you know. I'll put a link. Now, you see this is my butter mixture, and the reason I added the oil is to help that butter. I'll have the butter flavor, but I won't have burnt butter before these are done, even though they are done relatively quick. In between, I don't know, 15 to 18 minutes usually. I just start checking them at about 13, 14 minutes. I start checking them, and you'll know when they're done. If they are still semi-translucent and not just flaky white, they're not quite done. But of course, this skinny part's going to get done first, okay? So, when I finish this, I'll bring you back. I got butter all on one side. I am going to flip them, but not quite yet. I wanted to tell y'all, you don't have to use mine. You can use Tony's or Chef Paul Prudhomme, any of those that you like. But mine is budget friendly. You get more bang for your buck. All right. Also, with Cajun seasoning, there is a little bit of heat in there. So if you're not used to it, you probably want to go lighter, okay? Because it's definitely got a kick, and it's really good. And I don't sprinkle mine too heavy, because remember, you're doing both sides as well. That's why you don't just, I see a bunch of them just dump half a bottle on one fillet, and that's just not how it rolls. Okay, when I finish these, I'll flip them, and then before I put them in the oven, I'll bring you back. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, paying attention that I want that thicker side toward the outside of the cookie sheet. All right, so when I get them flipped, I'm going to do the same process, but I'll bring you back right before we're going to put them in the oven. I just want to make a quick mention. Believe it or not, you can even use butter flavored cooking spray in lieu of the butter and the oil if you want to. That's up to you. To each his own. But this is how we like it, and this is how I'm doing it. I'll meet you at the oven. Alrighty. Now, we're going to put this in the oven. Ooh, that oven's hot. Remember, I had it preheating on 400. And we'll slide this right in. And I had an extra cookie sheet this time, so I'm going to just slide this right in underneath. But I should see you in about, I don't know, 17, 18 minutes. Alrighty, I'll see you then. Are you ready? Yes. Growing up, this became a favorite of mine. What you do is you just put your blackened fish right on there. It's gonna be my husband's plate, so I'm actually gonna give him half of another fillet. It is amazing, y'all. Try this. You can eat this however you want to, baked potato or whatever you normally eat yours with. But then, and I failed to get the dressing. I'm not gonna make you watch me do that. Any kind of dressing you want, but what is really amazing are one of two, Catalina or French. If you ever want a recommendation from me, you got one. So with that, I'm gonna end this video. As usual, I appreciate y'all for watching. And as always, I'd love to know in the comments below, have you tried this before like this? Have you ever thought to try it like this? Trust me, it is so good. Anyway, thank you. And remember, it helps the channel immensely for you to comment and like. And if you're not subscribed and you liked this content, I would sincerely appreciate you hitting subscribe. Okay, y'all, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Mwah! I love y'all. Bye.